Alright, let's go and get started. Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be checking out some more Jotunnslayer Hordes of Hel, because after about a day of my video going live, it seemed like I got a lot of traction, and a lot of you seem to have liked that video. So we're going to do another round, and this time, of course, we're going to focus on doing the Seeress. Now, because of the fact that I did do the Berserker the last time, and I actually managed to do a match in between checking out the Seeress, and more or less getting to improve some of the things here, so that way to make her run a little bit more viable. I also realized that I was misplaying her wholeheartedly. So one of my big things is I love lightning in games, and so whenever I saw Thor, I was like, I want to make a sorceress who uses lightning-like abilities as like her main component. And to be honest, that's kind of shortchanging the way the characters are designed inside of Jotunnslayer. It turns out that the kit that they give the Seeress is actually quite strong on its own, and that's something we're going to focus on today. So that being said, if you like content like this, you want to see more games like Jotunnslayer, Hordes of Hel here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and let's check it out. And of course, we are going to go ahead and use the Seeress, as I said before. So basically, I also misunderstood the way some of her mechanics work. So in this case, she has two abilities. One of them is a passive ability. It's called Eldritch Wards here. Basically, after you don't take any damage for a while, she basically gets these charges that'll absorb damage for her, and basically that's it. That's all it is. And then you just absorb, after you don't take damage again, you get another shield, and you can carry up to 3 of these Eldritch Wards. You can actually get a passive that you can spend points on outside, using her virtues to actually make this 5 wards total. And then her other ability is actually a cooldown that whenever you do it, it curses enemies so that they take increased damage. She also gets extra experience as she levels up, and anytime that she picks up experience crystals, she does have a chance to do some damage around her, so that's pretty cool. We are going to be using her base weapon, as this is the only weapon available. Yeah, all these other ones right here say they do not, they're not available in the demo. We still have just the default skin, unlike the Berserker, who actually has a secondary skin. And I did actually complete a run on this one, so I do have the ability to go and do the additional difficulty, but I just more or less want to showcase the Seeress right off the bat, so let's do that. So, of course, this is something that you can do, like a auto target thing. Like your character will shoot like the closest or near, closest target to you, but I like the manual aim, honestly. So we're gonna do that. As you can see right above my head, I do have one charge of the Eldritch Ward, so that's what you're seeing above my head, is that one charge. And as we get the other charges, you're gonna see basically additional shields up there above my head. We are gonna focus on Seeress. But whenever a Seeress is not an option, we're going to go for Thor. There are a couple of options that are good for Freya, but for the build that I was using earlier, I actually like this one a lot. So the other thing that I really like about this is where I understood time manipulation is actually a really good passive. Because we have 3 charges of Eldritch Ward, for every charge, we actually end up attacking 30% faster, and we also get a 30% skill cooldown for taking time manipulation. I'm hoping the next ability that we see, however, does in fact give us the like a damaging ability. The one I'm looking for is actually going to be a not that one. This is actually a good one. Malediction is actually pretty good, because whenever we hit an enemy, they are with a critical chance to strike. They're basically going to be cursed, which means they're going to take 30% additional damage, which I really, really enjoy. And right now, we're also receiving the benefits of a 20% attack buff because of the fact that we are at 2 Eldritch Wards. We're going to go ahead and make our way down to one of these shrines here. We got another Seeress here, and I still haven't gotten the ability that I would like. What I'm probably going to end up doing is re-rolling here. And, Briar Thorns is actually a really good one. This is going to send out Briars in 2 random directions. You can't actually target this, and anything it's hit will be rooted on the ground. It's actually a fairly strong AoE type ability. And we do kind of, oh man, we actually took a hit on our ward, but at the same time, we actually managed to get ourselves an additional ward. So that's cool. I am trying to clear out the enemies there. You can see that our cursed attacks, by the way, are managing to be very effective for us. Unfortunately, we are taking more hits than I would like. I'm going to go ahead and take Sentinel here. Sentinel will put down a lightning avatar of Thor, and basically he'll stand in place. He won't do any movements or anything like that, but every 0.7 seconds, it's going to jolt out and do damage to enemies around it. Very strong skill. A very good area denial defensive skill, because essentially it's a very defensive offensive tool. It's basically having like a little turret of a sort. So we're going to go ahead and stand here. Hopefully we can defend this. We'll try to regenerate our charges of our, our Eldritch Ward. And then I'm also going to end up taking, let's see, each attack can strike multiple nearby. Yeah, we're going to go ahead with Explosive Nature. And then we're going to focus on taking Sentinel, just because having that 0.4 attack speed on our Sentinel is going to be really, really good whenever we max out. We do have to be careful because, of course, we have the Frost Archers out, and they can be quite cumbersome to deal with. But whenever we get those Chain Lightnings off, it's going to feel really good. So we're going to go here. We're going to go ahead and tackle Sentinel 2. Although, you know what? We're going to go with the Blows of Yarkriper, because that stun is really good. That is a really good skill to have. Might as well go ahead and take it. My favorite bit of this is that usually by the end of all of this, I am feeling fairly healthy. Very little manages to get in the way of hitting me, or at least it did in my first build. And you can see on our mini-map, there's just all sorts of food around. A whole bunch of little chicken symbols up there. Makes you feel like Sandor Clegane, the Hound from Game of Thrones, because essentially you're going to kill all these guys and then you're going to have to eat all the chickens in the whole house. So that's pretty cool. But we also have that 30% attack speed, and you can really notice the momentum of how our attacks go off. I am going to go ahead and take Primeval Currents. I would like to get Briar Thorns level 2, but that 20% additional buff works on everything. And then we also have ourselves this little demon here. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a Mephit, because that's what it reminds me of, is a Mephit. And there it goes. It goes down. Gave some more gold. And we're going to work our way over to the chest and the other shrine that's available on the map. Nice. Got some good clear. We see some stuns and some AoE going out. Alright, we're almost to the last shrine. There we go. And we'll go ahead and take the shrine right here. And we got our gold. Our level up. We're going to take the Thor. And then I am going to go ahead and go with the... Ooh, this is actually really good. We're going to go ahead and go with the increased crit chance, because the higher our crit chance, the more likely it is we're going to land those curses on enemies. Here, I am going to go ahead and get... Let's go ahead and go with the experience level. And we're going to take Thor. And let's see. I probably will take the extra health. Having extra health has never hurt anybody, and it's always going to be a good thing. And especially seeing as how we are a caster type character, health is usually some that's ranking pretty low on these types of characters. So I think being a little bit extra buffing would be a pretty nice thing, you know? So right now I'm feeling quite confident and quite strong with what it is. All I really need to make myself feel better is I'm looking to get ourselves a pretty awesome Seeress skill. It's basically a line skill shot that goes out randomly in a single direction, but it's got such a huge... Oh man, I ate that on purpose, it seemed like. But it's got such a huge like AoE range on it that it feels quite strong. So it looks like right here we have two options right here. We have the Hag, or three options, sorry. This is all for the Seeress. These are Seeress specific. We have Hag, Soul Collector, and Witch. Effects on enemies with non-damaging debuffs. Increased damage debuff by 50%, and we do 30% additional bonus damage. Or we can just do all damage is increased by 25%, and then the damaging aura around the Seeress during Eldritch Ward. So anytime we're hit, we're actually going to do like 20 damage a second. I don't actually know the length of Eldritch Ward, although that is something we can increase the duration on. We're gonna go ahead and stand on this. We're gonna summon our first little elite enemy here. I don't know if I actually hit them with that. I think I did. But you can see right there, we've already done quite a bit of damage for him. Ooh. We were kind of pincered in there for a moment. I'm hoping we can clear all these skeletons out. And it looks like we're having no problem with that. Oh, we got another method up. Let's go ahead and... I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll. And, you know what? Let's go ahead and take the Might of Megingjord. I don't want to use all of my re-rolls trying to get the one ability I like. I was really hoping we would get that extra Seeress ability. But so far, we're still in a fairly good spot. And there we go. He is down. Now, the question is, can we get out of this corner is what I really like to do. The answer is yes. We are able to get out of the corner. Look at all the chickens on the field. We have so much extra healing if we want it. Now our goal is really going to be just waiting for the next treasure chest to pop up, which I now realize is one in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. So we're going to go that way. And we're also going to go ahead and take... we can either do lightning or thunderstorm, or I'm going to go with Sentinel. Because if we can get that to the 0.4 second on the intervals, we're going to be in good spirits here. Gonna take out that guy there, take out that guy right there. Anytime we see arrows, we're gonna head towards those arrows because I want to get rid of those archers like as soon as possible. And I am really happy that we got that early additional 10% crit. It really amounts up. It really adds up because I can see Curse hitting these targets a lot more frequently. I don't know what the Seeress's base crit rate is. It's going to be fairly good. I'm going to go ahead and go with the minor elixir of bloodlust here. Mostly because we find ourselves surrounded by a whole bunch of enemies. All that curse. Awesome. And of course, we're just going to go, you know, we're going to use one of those. I can probably use that more frequently as well. That ability will straight out kill enemies of lesser variety than the, whatchamacallit, if they're not elites, it has a chance to just strike them down completely. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. Oh, we finally got a Seeress skill here. And you know what? We'll take Winter Raven just because I want another skill. I do. And it's not the skill that I want, but it is a skill that we do now have. We now are going to travel up to the top because we now have our Winter's Coming moment. I don't actually remember what this is called. So we're just going to call it Winter's Coming. Or Winter is here. I don't know. There are some archers here. I think I want to deal with these guys before we trigger the event. Luckily for me, I was able to take out those guys. Go ahead and take out this guy. Go ahead and curse him. There he goes. He goes down. Get a treasure here. Looks like we can get in a great upgrade of Essence of the God. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that one. And now we have our Sentinel level 3. That means that our intervals in between lightning bolts shot out from that dude are going to be like 0.4 seconds. That's cool. Let's go with Seeress. Mind Blast. That's what I've been looking for. So now, I think it's like every 1.3 seconds or something like that. I didn't read the actual tooltip for that one, that moment. But we're basically going to be sending out a shockwave and a line, and we're pretty much going to just obliterate anything and everything around it. And now I'm feeling pretty confident about my run. The only thing that could make this better is if we got some movement type capability here in a little bit. Just to move around a bit faster, especially considering how fast the boss is at the end of our run. And there I go, eating another arrow. The cool thing is whenever that skill shot manages to go directly down the line, and I do see that we do have a treasure chest over here to the east, or west, sorry. Directions are hard when you're trying to pay attention to your screen. It is not a thing you would think you would hear someone say about their cardinal directions, ever. Alright. We beat our winter, and we're going to go ahead and look at some more Seeress stuff, just because of the fact that we have not gotten a chance to do it. Let's see, anytime when the Eldritch Ward is triggered, there's a chance to suck in nearby crystals. Increase movement speed for every enemy with non-damaging debuff. You know what? We'll take that. I did ask for some movement. Totally could be a thing for movement. We can go with movement and attack speed of 25% or additional crit. I mean, they're the same amount of length. I just gotta make sure that I stop taking random sniper shots from the archers. I am trying to keep an eye on my mini-map too in case we get any more shrines, which we are going to get, I think, 2 more. They're more or less challenge shrines, usually requiring me to beat a certain enemies within the radius of the arena. I don't know if that changes in like the full release of this game whenever it comes out. If they plan on changing that. I hope there'll be other activities other than stay inside the radius and clear X number of zombies or undead or whatever. So we're gonna kill all these guys here. And I do notice the other thing is these last 2 challenges, because it is a 15-minute run, they tend to come like literally right at the end. I don't know how you feel about that. So now we don't really have. What happens if we banish something? Do we get a different option? We do get a different option. No, we don't. Oh, we did get a reroll though. Do we want a reroll? It just said reroll down there at the bottom of the screen, did it not? Let's see. We'll do lightning strikes. Not what I would like, but it's not a terrible skill. I mean, and it hits in 4 directions, so. I also wonder if those can curse. I mean, honestly, maybe the lightning cross is actually not a bad idea. It's legitimately doing a whole bunch of good stuff. Alright, so our sacrifice pylons, that's what they're called, are officially up. We can make our way to our rightmost sacrifice pylon. And we're going to try to tackle this out right now. Now, it is important that we stay within the confines of it. We got to kill 50 enemies while inside this little circle here. Shouldn't be too hard, seeing as how we're pretty much an AoE Seeress god. The only downside would be, you know, if the enemies are dying so fast, they're not getting on screen fast enough. Kind of a bummer. Oh, there we go. Is that one down? Did we get it? I think we did it, right? We'll take Thor, and we're going to go ahead and do the lightning strike. Oh, no. I think we're going to take that one, actually. And we're going to make our way to our other sacrifice pylon. And we do notice that, like, as we get to this last step, a lot more enemies to deal with. Unfortunately, my favorite attack the skill shot over there, it, wow, I have to clear my throat. Unfortunately, my favorite attack, we didn't get to level it up as much as I would like, so I am actually not taking, or I'm taking way more damage than I would prefer. But that's a-okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And we should be able, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and take an extra heal. And now that that's done, we now officially have the boss available to tackle. And I'm gonna take out this guy first. I also didn't notice that we had a chest here. We are gonna go ahead and I say we take the additional damage. Oh, that guy has a different ability. Go ahead and pull all crystals in a large area within 30 meters to us. I think we take that. Seeress, Mind Blast 2. I feel better about that now. So let's head over to the shrine so that way we can get the boss summoned. I don't know if anything happens if we don't summon the boss in time or if it like automatically summons. Obviously, ideally, we'd summon him and have him defeated before that timer even goes off. Or at least, that's what I would prefer. They work on my time. I don't work on their time. So let's summon the boss here. Have a cool little cinematic with this bone golem. I think that's what it's called. I do like the models for him altogether. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch out for the jump that he's about to do. Because he will do a jump. And the cool thing is we're actually getting the benefit of him having the curse on him as well. Ooh, I thought I was going to take that hit. And I think maybe... Ooh, they actually evolve. I didn't even realize that. Your lightning symbol, which strikes nearby targets. They evolve? Oh, man. Okay. Too bad we didn't get to see that play out. I'm going to have to take that into consideration the next time I do a video, because now I want to see what they look like when they evolve. You don't get those level ups enough, or at least in fast enough succession in which you get to see those. Alright, well, you got to see there's some serious gameplay. Mind Blast is actually the skill that I was looking for quite a bit there, but it looks like we ended up having to wait until way later than I would like to. We also got some soul stones there. I don't know necessarily what those are used for. I wonder if those are those used to unlock? Okay, so the soul stones are used to unlock additional pieces of gear. But unfortunately for us, like I said, we don't have access to any of this. Oh! No, I lied. I believe, let me just check. Not available in demo. The Berserker actually has the ability to get 2 of the weapons. I wasn't aware of that. So the other abilities he gets are the Stunning Roar, throws all enemies away and triggers Rage. And then we also have the Swift Axes, a short but extra strong speed boost. I don't know if I like that more than the Toss, because the Toss is actually really strong. But yeah, okay, well that's definitely interesting. I kind of want to know what these other 2 are. We got a Flame Sister and a Revenant. I'm hoping we get to see this game soon go live, or at least in early access or whatever it tends to be. Because overall, I gotta say, I'm kind of excited for this one. This was actually a fairly fun game. So that being said, if you like this sort of content, you want to see another version of this game or whatever, let me know down in the comments below if you want to see the Berserker or the Seeress. If you want to try to see me try to evolve some of the abilities so those look like, let me know down in the comments. You know, do a little tippy tap on the keyboard. Let me know what you want to see. So that being said, you guys take care, and I will catch you all in my next video. Later.